Hello my friends, I love you so much everywhere you are. This is TNC TV official from where you're going to get knowledge of English. Have you ever asked yourself, I don't speak English like American, like a British, like English native? Here to TNC TV official, I'm telling you it is a sure deal. Within only 3 months you can be speaking. If you decided to follow the lessons here to TNC TV official, I'm telling you, you can speak English fluently. The specialty here to TNC TV official is that you promote English fluency. Want to make people practice English like American, like British, like English native. It can be possible, guys. Today, I have brought you the details of the lesson of English, guys. My video is going to show you, to demonstrate you the easiest way to know English within 3 months. If there is that, I tell you, you must know English, you must practice English, you must understand English within only 3 months. I'm not joking, I'm very realistic. I'm very serious, guys. It can be possible because I have made more researches. I have seen that most of the people who don't speak English fluently, it's because they have disrespected the lessons, the basic skills. They are still having the challenges about the basic skills, guys. Guys, you don't have the challenges really about the basic skills. If I ask you the question like this to detail what you are supposed to do, what you are supposed to know to practice English fluently, are you ready to respond me? Are you ready to convince me? Are you ready to convince the panel? Guys, let me show you what you must know, what you must understand before practice English fluently. If you want to be fluent, respect these rules of English. I told you that after making more researches about this strange lesson, strange language, I have seen that you must learn first of all 10 lessons. What does it mean 10 lessons, guys? Let me show you those 10 lessons you are supposed to know, you must understand, you must master to be fluent in English, of course, within 3 months only. If you are the best, the fastest learner, it means that really I ensure that within only 3 months, all of those 10 lessons, you have already known them. You did primary, you did secondary, you did university. It means that try to catch these lessons, these 10 lessons, you're going to see what is going to happen. My name is Teacher Celestine. I can support you everywhere you are. I told you that online classes, they are still ongoing. Guys, I can teach you everywhere you are. I can support you to understand all the lessons. Try to give order of the book, get knowledge of English. This book, I told you that can support you everywhere you are to understand all of those 10 lessons. When you know those 10 lessons, guys, it's only to adopt the accent according to where you reach. You go to USA, you go to United Kingdom, you go to the Commonwealth countries, guys. It means that you are going to adopt the accent. To adopt the accent, I did that, it is not a lesson. It is a matter of the experience. Guys, lesson number 1, I told you that must be 6 kinds of nouns. Which 6 kinds of nouns you must know, guys? If you want to know the nouns, you are going to try to take time to understand and to know more about the people. The names of the people. All of the names of the people, you must know them. In English, guys. All of the names of the people, you must know them in English. All of the names of the things, you must know them in English. All of the names about animals, you must know them. All of the names about places, you must know them, guys. All of the names about ideas, you must know them. All of the names about times, you must know them. Let me repeat, they must be 6, guys. They must be 6. I mean, people, animals, things, places, times, and ideas. You see that there are 6 kinds of nouns. try to make sure that you don't have any problem about the names, about the nouns of people, animals, things, places, times, and ideas. This is the lesson number 1. Lesson number 1, it's vocabulary skills. You have to know more about vocabulary. After learning vocabulary, you are going to learn pronouns. Guys, pronouns should be 8 ones. Let me spell them. And due to, after this video, I think that you will be ready to try to imitate the way I'm explaining them. And you explain others, you explain your comrades, your friends. Number 1, personal pronouns. Number 2, possessive pronouns. Number 3, demonstrative pronouns. Number 4, relative pronouns. Number 5, interrogative pronouns. Number 6, indefinite pronouns. Number 7, reflexive pronouns. Number 8 is going to be reciprocal pronouns. You see, guys, in English, you are going to understand the use of 8 kinds of pronouns. Lesson number 3 is going to be verbs. I think that you studied, or it's the first time you are meeting, you are going to learn the verbs. Verbs should be categorized into 3 ones. Number 1 is going to be auxiliary verbs. By here, straightly, let me tell you that they must be 3. To be, to have, to do. Number 2, modal verbs. Modal verbs should be 5. Can, must, may, shall, and will. Number 3, full verbs. Full verbs means main verbs or principal verbs. You must know them. By here, you are going to understand, to read the list of more verbs. There are more verbs, guys. In English, there are more verbs. All of the verbs remaining apart from auxiliary verbs, modal verbs, you are going to learn more about full verbs. To study, to read, to cook, to drink, to go, to come, to sleep, to take, to work, to give, to forgive, to buy, to sell. You can find more. Make sure that you have within only 2 weeks at least 100 verbs, guys. When you know the verbs, it means that you are in the best way of knowing English. After verbs, before leaving the verbs, let me teach you. There are some unique of the verbs. There are some properties of the verbs. What are the properties of the verbs? Number 1, you have to know more about the 12 tenses, because when you conjugate the verbs, they change their forms in 12 tenses. After 12 tenses knowledge, you are going to know 6 kinds of moods. 6 kinds of moods. Indicative mood, imperative mood, subjunctive mood, conditional mood, participle mood, and infinitive mood, guys. They must be 6. After 6 kinds of moods, 6 moods of speaking in English, of course, you're going to know 4 forms. It means when you are constructing the sentences, you must know affirmative form, negative form, interrogative form, and question tag. By here, you finish the case of the verbs. After the verbs, you want to study 7 kinds of what? 7 kinds of adverbs. Those 7 kinds of adverbs, let me spell them and you try to understand. You try to master them. Guys, never forget them. They are very important. Those 7 adverbs should be: number 1, adverb of manner, adverbs of quality, adverbs of degree. There are 3. 4, adverbs of praise, adverbs of time. Next, adverbs of quantity. Last, adverbs of frequency. How many, guys? You see that they must be 7. Number 1, adverbs of manner. Number 2, adverbs of quality. Number 3, adverbs of degree. Number 4, adverbs of quantity. Number 5, adverbs of praise. Number 6, adverbs of time. Number 7, adverbs of frequency. How many? You see, there are 7 kinds of adverbs you must understand in English so that you may be skillful. Guys, after 7 kinds of adverbs, let me show you 6 kinds of adjectives you must understand. To be fluent, guys, of course, you have to take time to learn these skills, these rules of the language of English. Number 1, qualificative adjective. Number 2, possessive adjective. Number 3, demonstrative adjective. Number 4, interrogative adjective. Number 5, indefinite adjective. Number 6 is going to be numeral adjective. You see, in English, you're going to find 6 kinds of what? 6 kinds of adjective. After 6 kinds of adjectives, you are going to learn another lesson that is called articles. I told you that articles are very simple because you have only two ones. We have definite article the, and indefinite article a or an. Example, a house, an animal, the house, the chair. Those are the articles. You must know more about the 2 kinds of articles. Guys, after you are going to learn conjunctions. You have to know more about conjunctions. After conjunctions, you are going to know more about prepositions. Prepositions. After knowing prepositions, after ensuring that you don't have any problem, you don't have the problems about prepositions, I'm telling you, you are going to learn phrasal words. Phrasal words. After phrasal words, number last is going to be interjections. My friends, you see there are only 10 lessons in English. If you want to learn English, if you want to be coached in English, if you have someone who is supporting you to know English, you make sure that you don't have a problem about these 10 lessons. Nouns, pronouns, verbs, adverbs, adjectives, prepositions, articles, conjunctions, phrasal words, and interjections. They must be 10. So after mastering these 10 lessons, you are going to be the best. You are going to be the best maker of the beautiful sentences. It means that you're going to make the beautiful sentences. And then after the beautiful sentences, of course, you're going to continue to learn how you can tell the stories. Are you ready to tell the stories? You can listen to the foreigners without any problem. You can tell them what you want. They can tell you what they want, and you communicate. You can change, you can share the conversations without any problem. Guys, here, to TNC TV official, we try to teach you the strategies, the techniques of convincing the audience. If you are before the public, you make sure that there are some strategies, there are some behaviors, there are some characters you are going to demonstrate, you are going to show to convince them. It can be possible, guys. So most of you have attended different classes. You studied the primary, you studied the secondary, you studied university, but until now you're still having the challenges of communicating with the foreigners. First of all, you must be confident. You're going to be confident after mastering, after understanding these 10 lessons. When you know these 10 lessons, I'm telling you, everyone is going to ask you the question related to English, you are going to convince, you are going to satisfy, you are going to try to convince the one who is going to ask you the questions related to English, guys. You try your best to understand these 10 lessons, guys. I can ask you a question. You go, you make your own researches. You too, maybe you have read different academic books. You check Google, you check Wikipedia, you check other platforms from where you can get knowledge of English. Guys, if there is 11th lessons, leave a comment. You are going to leave a comment. You can comment to this video. You can say, Teacher Celestine should add other 11th lesson. If there is no 11th lesson, guys, try to understand these 10 lessons. After these 10 lessons, your English is going to be perfect. You're going to talk to the foreigners, you're going to communicate with the foreigners, you are going to travel in the world, you are going to convince the panel. All of the people you are going to meet, you're going to converse without any problem. You're going to communicate without any problem, guys. It can be possible. Here to TNC TV official, I'm telling you, after following the way we explain the lessons, you get fluent. You get expert. You can even become the teacher. You can become the lecturer. You can become the professor. You can become the one who's going to support others to understand English. Guys, the book Get Knowledge of English. Get Knowledge of English is here. This book I sent, and it reaches you everywhere you are, by WhatsApp, by email. When you get this book, when you receive this book, we study together. We learn page by page. We understand all of the lessons. I try to clear all of the lessons, all of 10 lessons I have said. And you understand. After understanding all of the lessons are in this book, Get Knowledge of English, it means that you get fluent, you speak without any problem, you get free, you travel everywhere, you don't have any problem, you meet the foreigners, you meet the British, you meet the Americans, you meet all of the people, use the best users of English, and you communicate without any problem. Guys, I'm sorry for this video. Maybe this video was somehow long, but let me promise you that next time we are going to try to shorten, to bridge, to summarize the videos that are going to put you in the mood of practicing English like American, like British, like English native. I love you guys. Share the video if you like it. Leave a comment. Remember to subscribe if you have not subscribed. Me too, I'm there for you. Tomorrow, I create for you another video that will support you to continue to understand more about English language. I love you. Bye-bye. See you next time.